a barrage of bullets went whizzing by Jameer Ramsey's Saturday night while he was waiting inside his Uber.
The driver like, yo, like, what do I do? What do I do? So I rolled the window down. I'm just recording. I'm like, I mean, they ain't hitting us, so just stay still, I guess.
Ramsey lives in New Jersey and came down for Clark Atlanta University's homecoming. He says rather than leaving with memories of a fun time, he left with this image of two people sitting on the pavement bleeding out after being shot.
I didn't pay for a homecoming party and come all the way 12 hours just to be shot at. Like, it's not funny, but it's just our reality right now.
Ramsey says he and his friends bought tickets to this I Love CAU homecoming block party on Mitchell Street off of Martin Luther King Jr. Drive. But despite the page calling it Clark Atlanta University's official homecoming celebration, a university spokesperson says they had nothing to do with it. Though for Ramsey, he doesn't care who threw it. He's just happy he didn't get injured and is alive to tell the story.
Man, if you was out there, God was with you on your side. If you made it back, and just everybody just stay blessed and think about each other before we go out and do stuff like that, you know? Because bullets don't got nobody's name on it. It's a lot of worse could have happened out there. Like, it was bad, but it could have been worse.
Yeah, it certainly could have. At last check, the three people who were shot were stable and expected to be okay. And ahead at 5, I'll tell you what I found out within the last 30 minutes on who threw that homecoming event.
Atlanta police and city leaders making an arrest after police say a man was planning a shooting at the airport.
The chief telling us they found a semi-automatic weapon in the suspect's truck parked right outside the doors of the terminal at the Atlanta airport this morning. It had 27 rounds there. So they're saying that because of this suspect's family who came forward and notified police, it likely saved more than 24 lives inside the airport. So here is what we know went down this morning. The chief here in Atlanta tells us they were notified by Cartersville police that the suspect, Billy Cagle, you'll see him in a blue shirt in this video, was streaming on social media saying he was going to the Atlanta airport to, quote, shoot it up. Well, by the time authorities here in Atlanta got word, he had already arrived at the airport around 9:29. So they knew they had to act fast. They had all of their resources available now, focused on finding him. APD got that call at 9:40 this morning from Cartersville police. And within 14 minutes, they found Mr. Cagle in the world's busiest airport, and they likely stopped what they described as a possible shooting. His truck right outside the doors there. And again, they found that weapon inside his truck. And the chief talking about this plan that they were trying to stop and how it all came together.
We did have a tragedy averted today. I, just a short while ago, spoke to 2 officers of this department and thanked them. Because if it were not for Officer Gibson and Officer Banks, and if it were not for their Sergeant Jones that was providing them, I do believe that Mr. Cagle was headed back to his truck to retrieve it, and I do believe he was likely to use that weapon inside the crowded terminal that he had just seen.
And just unbelievable to hear that when you know how many people are inside that airport at any moment. And they said he went right over the TSA area. That's where he was kind of hanging out, that they could see on surveillance. Also, some more heroes today. It's Billy Cagle's family who saw him on social media and reached out immediately to Cartersville police to stop what he was possibly about to do here in Atlanta. We were asking the chief if he had said anything after the arrest. The chief said that's part of the investigation. He did say, though, it appears that Cagle was going through some type of mental health crisis. I have looked over his social media. You obviously can tell he was going through something just from recent posts on his Facebook page. The other interesting fact here is he is a convicted felon, so he should not have had access to a weapon. That's also under investigation by Atlanta police. We can tell you the FBI was involved in this. The TSA was also involved in this. But just excellent work by Atlanta police this morning. Again, at 9:40, they got the word, and you know how busy the airport is. And within 14 minutes, again, they had their hands on him and had him in cuffs. So, again, a tragedy likely prevented here from Atlanta. We could be doing a much different report at this hour. But quick actions by Cagle's family, obviously a hard thing for them to do, and just excellent police work here by all of these agencies involved to stop what could have been a very disastrous morning inside the world's busiest airport.
It's really shocking video to see the owner of this daycare behind me here in Conyer sharing the footage captured by her Ring cameras both outside the daycare and inside. And we can really see the suspect dressed in all black. Fire crews able to contain the fire that was inside and outside the back of this daycare here on Highway 20. The owner of this daycare says that it's not open right now, but that they've been preparing for a grand opening next week. Now officials investigating what exactly happened. Take a look at this. Your first video, you can see the suspect in all black cutting through the back of the property, then using something in their hand to bust through the back entrance. They then enter. Another Ring camera capturing the suspect in the hallway of this daycare with a gas canister in hand, pouring gasoline down the hallway as the security alarm can be heard going off in the background. The suspect eventually is seen exiting back through the area in the back of the daycare, setting a fire before hopping the back fence and taking off. And we also have even more footage from inside the daycare. After the fire starts, you just see all those flames, smoke, the alarm going off. The daycare owner here early this morning telling us that she feels targeted by the community here.
We've been in this community and owned this building since 2017. We have now decided to take over the business in the building 8 years later, and someone's upset, and I'm not sure exactly who it is, but they're very upset. They don't want to see us opening, and it's very sad because the community needs this child care center.
She also shared that this is her second daycare location. Again, it was supposed to open next week. She did not give any names as to who she believes is targeting her. We also have reached out to Rockdale County Sheriff's Office because they are the ones heading this investigation.
Atlanta police say that new video shows multiple suspects wanted in connection to a triple shooting. You can see that the suspects are in hoodies walking in what appears to be an apartment complex. Atlanta police released multiple photos of the vehicle potentially that was used in this case. Investigators also released a photo of a white-colored pickup truck believed to be occupied by the suspects. You can see that the truck's tag number is here, RWP 0819. Officers were called to Verdant Drive in southwest Atlanta yesterday afternoon, where 3 victims were shot. Police say that the victims drove themselves and were dropped off at a local hospital. Investigators are still working to piece together what led up to this violence. Anyone with information, though, is asked to contact Crime Stoppers so that way tips can come forward. And those tips, by the way, can be anonymous. There's a reward for up to $5,000.
I'll tell you, just about every customer who pulled up here today that I spoke with in disbelief, literally shocked when I explained why this Burger King is temporarily closed.
It's crazy. It's a crazy time right now.
Take a look. Surveillance cameras inside this East Atlanta Burger King rolling as chaos erupted. It's Friday, October 10th, 7:50 p.m. The 2 suspects walk in. No audio, but you can see the woman in the blue. It reads Hood Rich on her sweatshirt. Immediately has her hand up in the air and her lips are moving. She leans over the counter and police say spits on the employee. She backs up and does it again. Seconds later, you see an employee walk into the frame behind the counter. You can see the confrontation, and for a split second, audio pops up. You can hear the yelling. The 2 suspects walk out and the employee comes from behind the counter after them. It's outside where police say shots rang out. This was the scene. Crime scene tape wrapped around the parking lot. You can see the front door is shattered. Police say the 35-year-old employee was shot in the chest.
You don't expect that.
Customers finding this BK closed on Saturday.
I wanted a burger today. I wanted some food today.
Instead, leaving hungry and confused as how a Whopper and some fries could broil into a shooting.
It's shocking that it could be that serious over some food.
And a lot of people come to this Burger King quite often, curious how this employee is doing. Again, all we know tonight, she was shot in the chest and rushed to the hospital. Atlanta police have not updated us on her condition. The second most important thing, getting these 2 suspects off the streets. If you recognize them, you are urged to call Atlanta police. There is a $5,000 reward being offered.
Atlanta police need your help identifying this guy right here who allegedly stole mail straight from the front porch of a home. You can see him there pulling the mail out there. He was caught on Ring camera. This happened just yesterday morning, actually, on Glenwood Avenue. There's now a $5,000 reward for information leading to his arrest and conviction. So if you recognize this man or know something, call Crime Stoppers or Atlanta Police.
New video this midday showing the suspect wanted in a nightclub shooting in southwest Atlanta. The shooting happened just after midnight on October 3rd outside Seduction on Empire Boulevard. In the video, you see the suspect wearing a dark hoodie approach the victim, who's wearing dark shorts. Moments later, shots were fired. Police say the victim was hit multiple times and taken to the hospital in critical condition. If you have information about the suspect, call Crime Stoppers.
Police releases brand new video of two women accused of shooting a man in downtown Atlanta. Check out this video here, folks. It's pretty clear. Police say a 51-year-old man was shot after getting into an argument at the Swift Company Lofts. This is on September 22nd. So this happened less than a mile from Mercedes-Benz Stadium. If you recognize the women in this case, there's a $5,000 reward waiting for you. Call Crime Stoppers or Atlanta PD and you can remain anonymous.
Rather than popping bottles, a group of masked individuals were caught on video breaking into Dream's restaurant and lounge off of Market Street and Mall Boulevard in Duluth around 5 in the morning on Wednesday. Once inside, you can see one of the thieves taking a sledgehammer to the safe, knocking the door in.
When it opened, the guy said, "We got some money." You hear him on the audio say, "We got some money," and it was nothing but coins in there. Joke's on you.
Dream is the general manager. He says between the damages and the $1,500 in the register that was taken, he's out about $5 grand.
The thing that bothers me the most is to know that when I listen to the video and listen to everybody's voices, I know they're people of my culture. And it's like, why would you want to disown and destroy a fellow brother's business? It really breaks my heart. For real.
As of Thursday afternoon, the door the thieves busted open was still boarded up.
Now I added more motion sensors last night. I'm going to keep the parking lights on last night, so if Gwinnett County is to ride by and they see a suspicious car in the parking lot, they can address it.
Y'all do it.
In this part of the security video, you can hear one of the thieves telling the group to go after ransacking the restaurant. According to Dream, police believe they loaded into a black Toyota Corolla and took off. Despite Dream having his restaurant trashed and one of his doors shattered, he decided to keep his business open to show the thieves they can't keep him down, a lesson he's also teaching his 3 kids.
Look at this video right now. It's pretty clear. This is from inside the trailer at Fetch Dog Park in Old Fourth Ward, right near Krog Street. You can see a man break in the trailer right there, coming down through the vent of the roof. This is where the bar supplies are kept and the drinks are served. Officers say he stole multiple products. There is now a $5,000 reward for information that leads to his arrest. You can call Crime Stoppers or Atlanta Police if you have information.